You U5 Entertainment, U5 Worldwide, giving thanks to the fans and the people that support us. U5, we did it.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great time because we're about to have a blast with this interview that's coming up live. This is going to be incredible. We have V, the VEE in the house, the V in the hizzy.
What's up, guys?
All right. V, what's going on? How are you doing, sweetie? What's going on there?
So first of all, we have this. It says,
You doing good?
yeah, it says bunch of names.
Wow, you got a you're already showing your artwork. That's good. Let me see. Let me check it out real quick. I know you got it right there at the camera. Wow, you got some throw ups. I see a bunch of folks up there on that canvas. And V, I want to start off the show by saying thank you so much for coming on board and agreeing to be a part of the show. Now, first, I had to go and call your director, and then your director said, call the manager. And then the manager said, wait, you have to go and call the handler. And then the handler said, wait, Rated, you have to go through the scheduler. And then I went through your secretary. So I finally was able to get a hold of you. You're hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I know it's tough being on top sometimes. And I know that all your millions and millions out there, all your fans are watching and they're so anxious to go and hear a little bit about your story. I know you've got an outstanding story to go and share. And so let's begin with this fabulous interview. So I think first of all, why don't you wave to all the folks out there and tell them who you are?
My name is Valentina, and always people call me V for short. That's my actual nickname.
Oh, that's your nickname. V's your nickname. Well, that's a pretty cool nickname. Yeah. And so tell me, V, first of all, we're gonna consider you not an OG, but you're a YG, right? You're the Y being, of course, young. You're a young G. And so yeah, all your fans out there want to know just how were you able to rise to become so famous in just 6 years? I mean, that's no one's ever done that before.
Because I'm on this channel.
Oh, okay.
Did the interview.
Okay, yeah. Get a little closer to the mic so we can hear you a little bit clearer. Yeah, so when you speak, we can hear you a little bit clearer. So you're an artist, right? You're a very talented artist. That's number one. And how long have you been an artist for? All your life?
Just a few months, not a lot.
Not a lot, just a few months. Well, it seems like forever because everyone is always wanting to know what is V doing next. But where's her new artwork at? Everyone's so curious to know what's going on in your world. So do you show your artwork outside of the classroom, or do you do a lot of work in class?
I show my artwork in class.
You do. You show your artwork in class. Is that one of your artwork there?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that. All right. Can you tell us what that says? Can you tell us a little bit about your artwork?
It says VEE.
Okay.
I did it.
right. And
I
that
did
must have took you a long time to go and finish that beautiful artwork.
Yep. No.
No, it didn't. Wow. You know why it didn't? Because you're so good. That's why you're an expert.
Yeah.
So what grade are you in now?
First grade.
You're in the first grade already?
Yep.
So then next is what? Next is college or not yet, right? Almost there though. You're getting close. Now, did your principal ever ask you for your autograph?
Nope. No.
No. I think you probably have to charge your principal if they ever want an autograph from you, right?
But she did take a picture of me.
Oh, she took a picture of you. Oh, okay. All right. So kind of describe your art and your style. Tell me about your style. What kind of style is that?
My own style.
Right.
And also on the background I have all of the things that says V.
Okay.
So my dad took the pictures out of my room.
Oh, wait, he took your pictures out of the room just to he did it for this show. That's what it is.
Yeah. I got that one on my room and just that one.
Just
And
that
also,
one, right?
yeah. And
So
also we have a blue one.
oh, that's nice. Look at that. That is really awesome. Look at that artwork. And where did you get your style from? How did you develop your style? I mean, where'd you get that? Did you dream it up or did you just make it up with your imagination or how?
Make it up with my imagination.
Wow. Isn't it nice to have an imagination? That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Do you think your dad's cool?
Yeah.
He's
Good
pretty
question.
cool, isn't he? Yeah, he's
Good
okay.
question. Good
Yeah.
question because we practiced. We practiced in the car.
Yeah. Do you sometimes give your dad some advice on how to draw? Maybe give him some tips?
I did lots of those.
Okay.
I did definitely lots of those. I drew popsicle.
All right, let's see what you got there. You've got a lot of art there. Oh, look at that one. That's pretty nice.
I made a sugar cookie.
You did a sugar cook. Wait, hold that up right there. All right. And if you're just joining us now, this is U5 News Flash. This is Rated U5. We're over here interviewing a premiere interview with V, and
Yeah.
she's an astounding upcoming artist. She's been in the game for a very short time, but she's astounding. Look at that beautiful artwork. Once again, U5 News Flash. This is episode 14. Look at that heart. Now, what did you paint that heart with? Did you do it with a pen or a marker?
Crayon.
You did crayons. Wow.
This is my pizza.
I see a face on there.
This one.
Very good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got you on this interview because I've never seen artwork that good before. Now, do you consider that graffiti or do you consider that art or what?
Art.
You call it art. Okay. Now I see that you're rocking that long chain that goes around the block. It's a very low hanging chain. So that was one of the checks that I was looking for to see if your chain hangs low, and it does. I think it even touches the floor. It's so long.
Yep.
Yeah. So what are your favorite cartoons that you like to watch?
Vampirina, Bill the Royal Detective and Chip and Potato.
Oh, those are your favorite ones, huh? Have you ever heard of U5?
Yeah.
You have? Well, you're part of U5 because your dad and your uncle,
Yeah.
they were one of the original U5 members, or those that were in U5 long ago, right after the dinosaurs were done. Then they were there.
Oh, excuse me. I have something to show.
Okay.
So actually, this is a real spray can.
Are you serious? I've never seen a spray can that tiny before. What is?
This is a
Wow.
real.
That's a real spray can? What color is that one, huh?
Okay.
Does it say the color or maybe not, huh? You have to spray it first to see what color it is. Yeah. Well, you're doing very good so far in this interview. And I know that you've been on many interviews before. This is nothing new to you. So it almost comes natural for you to be before the camera and in front of all your millions of fans that are watching on YouTube. So what are your favorite foods that you like to eat, V?
Salad, hamburger, pizza, and
Oh,
I have lots of favorites.
oh, all right.
I have lots.
Who cooks better, your dad or your mom?
So,
Both. Okay, that's a good answer. Now, do you have any friends in class or that are into art like you are?
I think,
You think so? Yeah, there's a couple maybe, but
yeah,
probably not as good as you. Probably not as famous as you.
yeah.
Yeah. So, well, and I know that you're really into drip, and I like that your hairstyle is cool. You got all that drip going on, and I wanted to see if you owned your own crew. If you started on your own crew, what would you name it? What would the crew name be?
Are these are?
That would be the name of the crew, V's Art.
Yeah,
The V's Art Crew. Okay, because I thought of one for you. You know, I thought about ABCs because you know all your ABCs, right?
yeah. But
Okay, and I thought maybe you should have a crew called ABC, and it's called All About Chilling. ABC. You think that has some potential, maybe?
no,
No, you think maybe V's art is better, I think, huh?
yeah, because
All right.
because it tells
Oh,
me it tells the art. I
it
have
tells
such
about the art. Mhm. Okay. Yeah.
a art over here.
Really? All right, so I want you to strike your drippiest pose. I'm gonna do mine. Oh, I was gonna do mine. That is awesome. That's the most drippiest pose in the whole universe. That's incredible. So, do you know how to sing and rap as well?
Yeah.
What kind of song what kind of song can you sing? Maybe I'll give you a couple moments to sing something, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Hi, baby. My buds are going crazy. Mommy, dirty dancing. What? Practice crazy. Bye.
Wow. So can your dad sing and rap?
Yeah.
A little bit, right? He's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you listen to him rap while he's walking around the house? He's just rapping to himself?
Yeah.
He does that a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
What, what about beatboxing? You know what beatbox is? Beatbox is when you make the noises with your mouth, like. Have you ever tried that before, or that you're not really interested in that, huh?
don't know.
You don't know. You're not too interested in that.
She's
So
also out tons of art.
okay, yeah.
She's about that art.
She's all about that art. And I see the Puerto Rican flag up there on the wall. She wants to get one of those canvases. Look at that canvas. Yeah, bring it a little bit closer. That looks really wonderful. Valentina.
Yes.
That is really nice. That's a nice long name too, Valentina, actually. That is amazing. Now let me ask you a question, V. Do you think that there's graffiti and art on other planets?
Yes.
Yeah, you think someone's writing graffiti up there? One of the aliens is doing some throwies or some tags on the rocks?
You want.
I can't hear you. Say that again.
Whatever you want.
You right?
Wherever.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear it better now. And so, name a fun way to have doing your artwork. Name a fun way to go and do your art. Your fun way to do art is with what? With markers, crayons, paint.
Crayons, paint, and all those stuff.
All of those, huh? Yeah. Now, I need some advice from you, V, because my podcast, I'm trying to get my numbers up. And that's the reason why I've got you on my show. So my numbers can go up on U5 Newsflash. And I wanted to see if you can give me maybe a little bit of a tip or some advice that I can use on my podcast so I can get better numbers and more people viewing, a bigger audience. What do you think I should do?
People that want to be interviewed, just try your best. Like do lots of graffiti like this.
Oh, if I show some good graffiti like that, maybe I can get more people on the show too, huh?
Because if you show these, like look, it could be like the best one. And people will want to come, and people will want to come, and a lot of people will want to come.
And that's what I want. I want people to come check out the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I tell you what, people are going to be really surprised to see that V is on the air. Now, I'm going to show you some items over here, and I want to see whether or not you recognize any of these things that I show you. If you know what it is, or if you've seen it before, just raise your hand and say, yes, I've seen it before. If you don't know what it is, say, I've never seen that before, or you can give me the big X like this. Beep. Okay? Right. That's no. And then yes is, yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
So here's the first thing. Do you know what this is? Have you ever seen this before? Beep. Okay.
See that in my life.
Okay, how about this? Have you ever seen this before? You have. All right. You've seen this before, huh?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's one out of two. How about this? Have you ever seen one of these? Beep. You haven't seen that one. Okay. I'm going to give you an easier one. Have you ever seen this guy before? Yes, you have, right? Darth Vader, right? You've seen Darth Vader from Star Wars? Or you're not sure?
Funny.
Yeah?
Hopefully I seen it.
Kind of, sort of. All right, I got two more. Have you ever seen this before? One of these? Yeah, you have, right? A Barbie doll, huh?
Bobby dolls.
Okay. Last thing I want to show you, V. Have you ever seen one of these before? Beep. All right. I know you're with the new generation. So I just wanted to do a check and see, what you recognize from generations before you. So do you think that Barbie is better than LOL dolls?
I mean, yeah, those. And also, when you could collect from the high dolls, you could collect from LOL dolls, you could collect from anything. Like, you could collect Barbies, like anything.
Okay, yeah, you can collect them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now,
Like,
you have some cousins that write graffiti. You have some cousins or family, uncles or friends that write art or graffiti. Um, what do you think? Do you think that any of your cousins need more style in their artwork? Do you think anyone needs a little bit more help with their art?
Daddy,
Daddy needs a little bit of help, huh? Yeah. So you have to take out some time and whip out the Crayola crayons, and you lay them all out on the table, and you show him how to go and do the artwork with the crayons. He probably appreciate that.
mhm.
All right. What was the last movie that you saw in the movie theater? Do you remember what movie it was?
we saw Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh,
Like,
Snow White.
we saw the second part of it.
You saw the second part of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Now, have you ever heard of Among Us, the cartoons, the little singing cartoon? You have, right? Among Us. Do you think Among Us are creepy characters, or you think they're kind of cool?
They're creepy.
They're kind of creepy, yeah, yeah. Because you can't see their face; you just see kind of like like a glass mask
Yeah,
or whatever over them. You don't really know what they look
that's
like.
it. Yeah, it's really creepy because you
Yeah,
can't see the eye.
right. You can't see their eyes, right? Among Us, yeah. And I've got one last question for you before we stop the interview, because I know your time is very valuable. You have to get ready for school. You got to get ready to go on tour and show your artwork. And I know you're a pretty busy person, so I really appreciate, number one, your time that you're offering towards my podcast, so I can get my numbers up. But I wanted to find out, what's your best music video?
Um, um, I would say my dad's, my brother Julian, and my daddy Julian's, and their GAs. I would say,
Oh, that's a good answer. Okay, so your daddy Rad,
Great answer.
yeah, Julian's and GA's, your uncles.
Julian is my brother.
Julian's your brother.
Two brothers. Not one,
Wow,
two brothers.
you got two brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
one
right.
is in Florida, and like the other's like in the Kitty.
Okay. All right. So they're kind of far away from each other. Hopefully that you guys are keeping in contact with one another and sharing your stories and supporting each other, because that's what family is all about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we let you go, V, I wanted to ask you, do you have a message for any of your fans that are watching this video? Anything you want to go and say to any of your friends? If you got a friend out there you want to say hi to, you can say hi to them, or maybe your teachers or your family.
If I just trying hard, just 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 come here. If you want me interviewed, just show you all of your graffiti.
Show your graffiti and you can get an interview like you, right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
If you're a kid or you don't, it doesn't matter still. You can still be interviewed. Like 6 or 7. It doesn't matter which. It doesn't matter how old you are. You could
It doesn't matter.
yeah, you could just do do what you could just do. Put your mind to whatever you put your mind to.
That's right. That's such a positive message that you're sharing with all your fans, your millions and your millions of fans that are watching. And I'm sure that you're going to get a lot of likes on this video. So I'll make sure that your dad points you in the right direction so you can see the video once it's completed. But I want to thank you for coming on my show. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a lot more fans because of you, because of artists like you that are just so passionate about what they do. And make sure that you continue to stay positive, do well in school, continue to strengthen your art and build your art, and save your artwork too, so you can look back and say, wow, I remember doing this when I was 4 or 3 or 2.
Also, I have lots of talents. I can do top. I can do top. I can do ballet. I can do jazz. I can do tumbling. I can do gymnastics. I can do singing. I can do rap.
Wow, you can do all that. That's incredible. There's so many things that you can do. Wow, that's a lot. I can barely get up to go to work, and you can dance, you can sing, you can do tap, you can do ballet. That's enormous. So yeah, that's why you're going to be such a role model to all your friends that are out there, even those that are the U5 generations down that are coming up and growing and watching you on this show, U5 News Flash. I want to thank you so much for being on the show, V. And I can't wait to see you in person, and maybe I can get your autograph.
Yes.
All right. You take care of yourself. And any last words for U5 or any of your fans out there?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome, V. You take care of yourself, and we'll be keeping in contact. Thank you.